The 7 Hermetic principles are esoteric teachings that, according to tradition, were transmitted by the sage Hermes Trismegistus. These principles form the basis of Hermeticism, a philosophical and spiritual tradition that has profoundly influenced various mystical and religious traditions throughout history. Hermes Trismegistus is often described as a master of wisdom, considered a messenger of the gods, a master alchemist, and a mystical sage. Trismegistus means thrice great, indicating his mastery in the 3 main areas of Hermetic knowledge: alchemy, astrology, and theurgy. It is believed that his teachings have deeply influenced various philosophical and esoteric traditions, including Gnosticism, Kabbalah, and Rosicrucianism. The 7 Hermetic principles are presented in the famous text, the Kabbalion, a compendium of esoteric philosophy that was anonymously published in the early 20th century and is based on traditions dating back to antiquity. These principles offer a profound understanding of the nature of reality in the universe, providing a conceptual framework to comprehend reality beyond the limitations of sensory perception and social conventions. In the modern era, the Hermetic principles continue to be a source of inspiration for those seeking a spiritual path based on self-knowledge and universal wisdom. These principles provide a conceptual framework to understand reality beyond the limitations of sensory perception and social conventions. They are applicable in various areas, from science to psychology, and offer a holistic approach to life. In this text, we will explore each of the 7 Hermetic principles in detail. We will start with the principle of mentalism, which establishes the primacy of the mind and consciousness in creating reality. Next, we will examine the principle of correspondence, which reveals the relationship between different planes of existence. The principle of vibration will teach us about the dynamic nature of the universe, while the principle of polarity will address the inherent duality of all things. The principle of rhythm will explain the natural cycles of the universe, and the principle of cause and effect will highlight the importance of our actions. Finally, the principle of gender will clarify the interaction between masculine and feminine energies in all of creation. Each principle will be discussed in a way that reveals its depth and practical applicability, offering insights that can transform our perception of the world and ourselves. By understanding and integrating these principles, we can align ourselves with universal laws and live according to the perennial wisdom that Hermes Trismegistus transmitted. The principle of mentalism states that everything that exists is a manifestation of the universal mind. The universe and everything in it are creations of the divine mind. This implies that physical reality, as we know it, is shaped by consciousness. In practical terms, our thoughts and beliefs have creative power. Therefore, by changing our thoughts, we can change our reality. This principle suggests that the key to personal transformation and the manifestation of our desires lies in the mind. By understanding and applying the principle of mentalism, we can learn to master our thoughts and consequently, our lives. The correspondence between different planes of existence is the focus of the principle of correspondence. It suggests that the patterns and laws governing the higher levels of reality also apply to the lower levels. This principle reveals the interconnectedness of all things and shows that the microcosm and the macrocosm are reflections of each other. In practice, this means that the natural laws we observe in the physical universe equally apply to the spiritual and mental planes. By studying the world around us, we can gain insights into the mysteries of the universe and ourselves. This understanding allows us to see the underlying unity in all things and recognize patterns that repeat on different scales. According to the principle of vibration, everything in the universe is in constant motion and possesses a vibrational frequency. From the densest material object to the subtlest thoughts, everything is energy and vibration. This means that reality is composed of different levels of vibration, and the difference between manifestations of matter, energy, mind, and spirit mainly results from variations in their vibrational rate. In practice, this principle teaches us that we can alter our personal vibration through the mind, emotions, and actions, thereby attracting experiences and people that resonate with our frequency. Understanding vibrations can help us elevate our frequency and harmonize with the higher vibrations of the universe. The principle of polarity teaches that all things have 2 sides, 2 aspects, or 2 opposing poles. Heat and cold, good and evil, love and hate are examples of polarities. These opposites are actually two extremes of the same thing, with varying degrees between them. Understanding this principle helps us realize that opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree, and we can transform one pole into another by altering its vibration. In everyday life, this teaches us to find balance and harmony by recognizing and transcending extremes. Rhythm is the natural order of the universe, as described by the principle of rhythm. Everything moves in cycles and rhythmic patterns. Every action has its reaction. Every advance is followed by a retreat. Every rise is balanced by a fall. Recognizing and accepting these cycles can help us navigate the tides of life with more ease and grace, appreciating the highs and lows as necessary parts of the process. This principle also teaches us to use natural rhythms to our advantage by planning our actions according to universal cycles. The principle of cause and effect states that nothing happens by chance. Everything that occurs is the result of a chain of events and actions. This principle encourages us to take responsibility for our actions and understand that every choice we make has consequences. It also allows us to use the law of cause and effect consciously to create the realities we desire. Understanding this principle gives us the power to predict and influence the outcomes of our actions, living more consciously and proactively. The principle of gender, in this context, refers to the masculine and feminine energies that exist in all things. These energies are not related to biological sex, but rather to complementary aspects that exist in all of creation. The masculine energy is associated with action, logic, and giving, while the feminine energy is linked to receptivity, intuition, and nurturing. Balancing these energies is essential for harmony and creation. This principle teaches us that to achieve wholeness, we need to integrate and balance these opposing forces within ourselves. The 7 Hermetic principles offer a path to self-knowledge and a profound understanding of the universe. By studying and applying these principles in our lives, we can elevate our consciousness, create a more harmonious reality, and achieve greater spiritual understanding. They remind us that we are co-creators of our experience, and that by aligning our thoughts and actions with universal laws, we can manifest a life of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Exploring and integrating the 7 Hermetic principles is embarking on a journey of inner discovery and transformation, opening the doors to a fuller and more conscious life in harmony with the universe and ourselves. Reflecting on the applicability of these principles in our daily lives reveals their invaluable worth. Mentalism reminds us to maintain positive and creative thoughts, consciously shaping our reality. Correspondence teaches us to recognize patterns in the harmony between the microcosm and macrocosm, helping us find balance. Vibration encourages us to elevate our energies and surround ourselves with positive frequencies. Polarity allows us to see unity in opposites, seeking balance in our emotions and actions. Rhythm helps us accept life's cycles, navigating changes with serenity. Cause and effect urge us to act responsibly, aware of the consequences of our choices. And gender invites us to integrate and balance our inner energies. By applying these principles, we can live more consciously, harmoniously, and in alignment with the universe. And so, we conclude another video on the Your Higher Self channel. We hope this exploration of the 7 Hermetic principles has provided valuable and practical insights for your spiritual journey. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos that nourish the mind and soul. Until next time, and keep exploring the depths of your higher self.